Well, you've certainly heard of how hundreds of people got sick after they ate at Chipotle restaurants. We're a little close here.
A little bit, you think?
Chipotle temporarily closed all of its 2,000 stores nationwide in order to address a serious problem and then share what it had learned with its staff, and they wanted to do that at every level, so they closed for a day.
But just this past week, employees at a Chipotle tested positive for Norovirus. Is it even possible to fix the risks associated with fast food? Here with what you need to know is Shari. Nice to see you, Shari. A lot of explaining here.
Yeah, well, let's start with the explaining. I gave a little bit of a background on this, but fill everybody in on exactly what was going on.
Sure. So this past fall, over 500 people got sick, essentially the traditional food poisoning type symptoms we think about. At over 50 Chipotle locations, the problem was eventually traced to E. coli, the Norovirus, and Salmonella, which are three of the more common poisoning. Those can come from the food itself, the environment, or from digestive tract matter, body fluids, or discharge, basically, from human beings or people. The problem, or animals. The problem is that these occurrences are happening more frequently now all over the place, and the outcomes are more severe, particularly for pregnant people, children, older people, immunity-compromised people. They can lead to kidney failure or even death. And this is, the norovirus is what we actually have in the Boynton Beach Elementary School right now. I'm not sure it's traced to food, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I assume that there are some federal regulators, an agency or two that are supposed to protect us from this kind of stuff, but what are the laws pertaining to this?
Supposed to is the operative word. So on the federal
Yeah.
level, we have the Food and Drug Administration, and then the Centers for Disease Control. On the state level, we have health departments and then health inspectors that go in. Here's the thing, though. Oftentimes, these cases are not reported, so it's really important if this happens to you that you report it right away. First of all, so we can contain it, but second of all, because if you do have serious damage, if it gets to be a really bad illness, you might have a legal claim. You might have a products liability claim or a breach of contract claim, for example, breach of warranty, and those claims would be against everyone in the entire food chain, which kind of brings new meaning to farm to table. You know?
Well, you know what, that's my question, though. With so many people getting sick, this was so widespread at so many Chipotles, and then you talk about all the inspections that go on and how regulated it is. Is there any way you can avoid this from happening in the first place?
Well, it does happen twice as often in restaurants, but it also happens at home. So you need to take basically 3 lines of defense and look for these defenses in the restaurants you eat at. Number one is the servers. Servers who are sick, and including sick 48 hours after they're sick, need to stay away. Hand washing is critical. Food preparation in terms of vegetable, fruit, meats, and seafood. Make sure that everything is washed and dried thoroughly, stored at the proper temperatures, meat and seafood cooked at the proper temperatures. But a biggie, Roxanne, is to prevent cross-contamination. So keep fruits and vegetables separate from each other and separate from meat and seafood. And then also surfaces. All your surfaces, utensils, containers, your refrigerator, your countertops need to be really kept spotless. We can rely on those inspectors, you know, the state inspectors that come in. But here's the thing. When you're talking about fresher food, which we're all after now, there's actually a higher likelihood of contamination in those places than, say, a McDonald's hamburger. So it's something we need to be more and more vigilant about as we improve our food eating habits.
And you don't have food inspectors coming to your house, so it is something you need
we
to
hope
do
not.
at home.
I don't know about your house, but
Spray everything down. All right, Shari.
All right, thanks, Shari.
Good information there.